Hello, let's do Wordle 490, and for today, Scott and I decided to do a tiebreaker round, so you get a bonus 6th challenge round. We did determine that we had tied because we hadn't really come up with criteria ahead of time for how to tiebreak, and it was either 1-1 or 4-4, depending on how you count it, but I won 1, Scott won 1, and we had 3 draws. So what we're doing today is a tiebreaker, and we did our best to try to ensure that there won't be a tie on this one so we can wrap up this challenge week. So what we're doing today is first the criteria. If someone does it in fewer guesses than the other, then they are the winner for sure. And otherwise, if we do it in the same number of guesses, we'll score it based on how many greens and yellows are on the board in total. Greens are worth 2 points, and yellows are worth 1 point each, and the highest score wins. And finally, we devised the challenge to try to avoid ties by saying we can't use the letters T-I-E-S, which spell ties. And so we can't use those letters at all until the final guess, where we then can use those letters if we think we know the answer. And if we get the answer right, great. If we get the answer wrong, then we lose the challenge. So I thought about what word I want to start with here, and I thought coral would be a good one. It doesn't use any of T-I-E-S, and it gets some high value letters, and it gets us going on these on these vowels. All right, so we end in L. So I am thinking it could end in double L. That seems pretty common. So I'm wondering if I can do a word that ends in double L to test that. What could I do here? I can't use T or S, and I would like to test the U as well, so maybe something like U-L-L. I can't do skull because S is banned. What else could I do, though? I could do null with a K or an N. Or sorry, a K or a G. I think it's the K that's accepted by Wordle. Null with a G is a fantasy creature, which I don't think is accepted. But that repeats using the O, so I don't learn anything about the O, but I do get the N and the L, which could certainly be useful. And the K, I guess. It's not a common letter. Not that common, especially without the C, but it will test the double L, which I'd like to know. Let's see if I can think about if there's a word that actually uses the U, though. It does feel a bit weird to be testing the double L at this point, given how restricted I am, but if it is double L, then I feel like, we're in something like skull, skill, swill, krill. Oh no, there's no R, so none of those. Swill, though, or skull, things like that. Those are the big ones I'm thinking of right now. I'm sure there's a ton of words that end in L, but all right, I'll go with null since that was my first instinct. I really hope I get that K or N, though. I'm just double checking. It doesn't use T-I-E-S. Okay. Nothing. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, at least we know it's not double L. So probably what we're dealing with is a vowel before the L, probably an I or E. It could be a U, though, so I should really test the U here just to see if there's a U in the word. So I don't think I'm going to be ending in L for this third guess, though. I'd like the 2 points, but I think I just don't have enough letter information here to get away with that. I'm just looking at what letters are potentially just common that aren't the T and the S, or the IE, obviously. So I definitely need the U. I think the P, the G, the W, maybe the Y. I think the Y might be. Non-terminal Ys aren't that common, but I guess it's good to just make sure it doesn't have that, because if it does have a non-terminal Y, then that'll really help determine the word. It's not vital, so I don't know what else it would be, but it's not vital because we have a great N. I wish something like pugwy was a word. Pygmy's a word. Is that good? I think that's like that. Testing double Y is definitely not great, but I really want the U. But it gets me P, G, and M, which are relatively high value letters that are left. All right, I'll keep pygmy in my pocket here. Okay, so P, G, W, U, Y, Guppy. Is pygmy better than Guppy? I mean, Guppy gets me the U though. I can probably get the U, depending on what this ends up being. I can get the U in the fourth guess. Pygmy is pretty great for getting a lot of the letters I need. So I'm going to go with pygmy now. And I'm hoping for some info about those three consonants rather than just this being entirely gray. But we'll see how it goes. Just double checking TIES. Yeah, we're good. Better than all gray. Okay, so there's a P and it doesn't start with P. So it's not pupil. No Y, G, or M. Okay, so... I mean, where does the P go? Okay, the P could go second. Or it could go middle. It's not going to go right before the L. I don't know of any words that end in PL like that. So second makes sense to me, because then we could have a vowel here, and then, oh, well, but if we did that, it would have to be double vowel L. I see the word spiel. Are we getting another borrow word? I don't even know how to test spiel, other than putting P second. How do I put P second without using the S? I can't use I, E, or S. Okay, let's think about what else it could be. So if it was here, okay, I need to be careful not to press it. Okay, I'll just put X's there. That way, if I press enter by accident, it won't lock in. Can I think of anything else here? There's no O, so it can't be like spoil or spool. I think spiel is S-P-I-E-L. It's not double L, so I guess null helped there. Can't be spell because it's not double L. I can't help but think that I'm missing something there. Can anything come before the P? I guess we could put a vowel before the P. UPP. I can't think what, or even just UP, or even U something PL, but okay, well I was thinking about P second, so I think UP, maybe IP. I can't think of an EP word, but maybe there is. But I can't think what word this would be. Uphill, obviously. PH is an interesting idea, but I can't think what that would be. So if it was like... Alright, what else comes before the P, if not UP, IP? I mean, we had impel would be a word, but I don't think IP without the M there works. How long is this recording? Very long. I'm 11 minutes into my recording now. So, I think I should try to place the P. Now, how do I do that? I could do apply. That'll tell me where the P is for sure. And it gets me a yellow for a point in case I tie in number of guesses. But it doesn't give me any more info. But I'd like to get the U. I can't do upper, that uses an E. Did we make this too hard? Maybe for this word it is. But I'll get it. I don't, good for you, Scott, if you got this in 4, but I don't think I can reasonably say, like, if I didn't have this challenge right now and I had this set up, I would just be guessing spiel. But it's a gamble, because if it's not spiel, then I've lost the challenge. All right, I'm gonna go with apply. If that P is second, I'll think a little bit more, but it's probably spiel. If the P is third, that's good to know. If the P is fourth, I'll be extremely surprised, but we'll know that as well. And this gets me, a couple more points if we tie. So, yeah, it's terrible, but I'm going to do it. P is second. It basically had the result I expected. It has to be SP, right? I haven't tested the U yet. I knew I wasn't. UP, I just don't see it. We know it's not double P anymore, so I can't do up, like upper, but upper wouldn't be possible anyway. Yeah, ending in that L really restricts things, so I think it must be SP something something L, and it's not double L, so maybe I should have just gone with spiel last guess, but I'm a lot more confident in it now. Alright, well, I either win or I lose with this guess, but I'm gonna go for it. Oh, it was! Darn, I could have gotten it in 4. That's okay. Well, did I beat Scott? Hopefully we didn't tie again. Let's see, let me count my score. In case Scott got it in 5, my score is, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 16 points, so it's 18 in total. So I scored 18 points, and I got it in 5. So if Scott also got it in 5, he has to beat 18 points. If he got it in 6, then I win. If he got it in 4 or less, then he wins. How'd I do? And so tomorrow, just keep giving me Halloween costume ideas. I will do Halloween costume tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll definitely do more in the future since it seemed extremely popular and it was a lot of fun. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, then please subscribe.